We good, everybody? I'm super sorry about all that stuff. I'm gonna run the intro, and hopefully things are working the right way here.
Is it running?
It ran the intro, and now you and I are back. Do 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 do.
We back? Oh, all
Yeah,
right.
we
Are we
back.
back? All right, we back. We rolling. How
Nice
is
dance.
everybody doing?
So
Got
sorry.
CJV.
What's up?
I said we got CJV in the house. We got MD in the house. We got Tyler in the house. We got Zay. He's in the house for a little bit until he has to go to work. We got Pogo Dad. Who else is in here? Dave 3 Art Wood is in here. Jordan's in here. Eli's in here. I'm just trying to go through everybody while we were. What is up, everybody? So, as promised, we will be opening this this box today, right? Adam, is this the box?
Yeah, that's the box. We said vintage, right? Like, there's a chance
Yeah.
that there's vintage in there.
There's a chance. Oh my god.
All right. Hey, is Adams? I'm messing with the volume a little bit, trying to pick this up a little bit better. Is everything working better now? Yes, good to go. All right, cool.
Right.
Like the guy in the speakerphone in a McDonald's drive-through. All right.
Me?
Yeah, we had to do this through FaceTime today because my Skype was broken.
Oh, so we're through FaceTime.
We're through FaceTime right now, not through Skype. So that's why the volume's a little bit different. I'm gonna try and load Skype one more time to see if we can get it to roll, and then let's see, because it just would not load for me, and so I'm gonna give it one more shot. If not, we're gonna roll it off of FaceTime today, and then super sorry about all that, and we'll try and put everything back together. Yeah, Skype just does not want to roll at all. It gives me a constant load screen, and now I gotta force quit it again. So let's force quit Skype. All right, well, we're here. It's episode 7 of the Pokecast. I know it took us about 15 minutes to get things rolling, so we're super sorry, everybody. Thank everybody for sticking with us. Still trying to work out some of these kinks to make this better. Adam's got a new mic, so I've got to find a way to.
This is actually my old mic. That's probably why.
Okay. So trying to work through some bits and pieces here, and we will get it rolling the right way. We'll probably test Skype again this week, and if it doesn't work, we'll just roll FaceTime again. But we'll get the audio figured out. But today, started off, we usually do what we've been buying, what we've been selling type thing. I threw the question out in Lootbox TV's Discord, asking people what questions do you have? So we got a couple of questions came up, and so we'll answer those questions. We had a couple other questions from our Discord, and just rolling it from there. And we can call Adam Old Mike now. But we got a couple other couple topics. We're gonna break the box. We are going to do the giveaway from last week. We're gonna show off our 2 cards of the week, and we're just gonna keep rolling with it and just have some fun today. So, as always, if anybody's got any questions, just shoot it over to us inside a chat, and we will get to it. And let's just chill out, have some fun. We hit 26 concurrent viewers last week, so I think we can hit 30 this week. So now that things are actually working, hopefully people will come back and they will watch, because we've got all sorts of fun. And did I forget that we were doing something else? Like, there was something we were supposed to do last week, but there was something about 5-year-olds opening packs, like, half naked, running around your house, and we couldn't do it last week. So are we doing this thing this week?
Bro. It's right here.
Bro, what? Oh.
We got it. We got it, man. We got the crispy. We got the Rice Krispie. We got it. We got it right here. We'll end the show on that.
We will end the show on the box break.
We gotta listen to two old dads talk about Pokemon before we open that. Let me go get the last week's giveaway real quick.
Yep. So how's everybody doing today? While he goes and grabs it, Adam finally got his studio thing set up downstairs, but he's not there this week.
No, I got kicked out because the wife is organizing the area.
Ah.
I don't argue.
No, it's not even worth it. It's just called grab a White Claw and go upstairs.
Yeah, exactly. You take yourself 2 watermelon White Claws and you go upstairs. Yeah, so I'll start off. I'll start off this week on sales. So, as you know, we bought a bunch of these Steam Decks. So I bought 2 of these boxes. Two full boxes. Ooh, here we go. They put it this way. Look, they go together better. So I bought 2 boxes of these. I think I got like 2 of the Lockdown and 4 of the Bodyguard left. And so I sold a bunch of those. I sold a bunch of Fossil. I think I'm halfway through that box now. What did I purchase? Ooh, I purchased this week's card of the week. I purchased. I was talking to you. I did finally get in a part cash, part trade. The Rainbow, the PSA 10.
Yep.
Team Rocket, Rainbow Energy, which is the second most valuable card in that set. So all I have left is the Dark Magneton, and I am done. Which who knows when that'll happen. So now I've moved on to Gym Challenge, which is my second favorite set. So to start collecting that. But then what else did I sell? Well, I also bought 2 cases of the ball collection for Hidden Fates. And I sold the base set box that we were talking about last week. I ended up selling it. So if you guys watched my video, you know I sold it for $7,500. I sold that box for. I think I walked away with like a little bit over $7,000 for the box after fees and shipping and stuff. So right now I'm looking for another box. I've won a few raffles. My PayPal got unfrozen, so I'm like raffling again. I want some expedition box blisters and some other stuff. So I know you've been more hectic on the selling scene because you started selling some $100 or 100 card lots, and you've been selling those like crazy. So I think you've been selling more like volume, whereas I made like a few huge purchases and a huge sales. So what's up with these 100 card packs that you're selling, man?
So we've been talking about taking in bulk for pre-release boxes and for grading services. So I've been trying to test the validity on. A lot of people say that you can do fairly well on taking in bulk, and I wanted to test it. And what have we sold this? The count is at about 3,100, I think, for the week since Monday. And so I have been like furiously packing stuff up. There's about 1,600 of it packaged up right below me right now. Trying to find the best way to put that stuff together. So stand by for that. That offer to start coming out to Discord members for trading us your bulk for either pre-order services or for grading services. Right now, we don't working on getting sealed product stock up and running, and so I can't really do sealed product as in stuff that we have right now for bulk. But if you're looking at jumping into any of the new sets or our grading services and you want to use your bulk towards that, go for it. I came up with a tentative little form today just because a lot of people in the Discord were asking about it, and our good friend Trainer Wolf is going to clear it up for us and help make it a little bit better because my Microsoft Word skills are for doo-doo. So I have something for right now. But that what I had that tons and tons of singles. Like it's just been crazy. People trying to finish up Hidden Fates, finish up Sword and Shield. All these are headed out the door this week. For people finishing up their Rebel Clash sets already, and just tons of stuff and running really low on cards. So I got a lot of opening to do to play catch up, make sure that we have stuff. What else in terms of sale? That's about it. Just we announced that we were going to take pre-orders for Darkness Ablaze, and you threw out a pretty big thing with that in the Discord. Kind of took me by surprise, and so I think that's up to you to discuss with everybody.
Yeah, so once we figured out that we were going to be able to do like a pre-order of the Darkness Ablaze, the new set, I think it comes in August 14th. So I put out a little giveaway out there. There'll be more details about it once we get closer, but I am going to give away a PSA 10 Charizard slab to whoever finds the Charizard VMAX first. Now, I don't know if there's going to be a rainbow yet. I know for sure there's a VMAX, but I don't know. I haven't been able to find anywhere on whether they're going to actually have a rainbow yet. So whatever the higher chase card is of the Charizard. So if you're so you have to open it. You have to open it on your channel. You have to open a pack on the channel. And the first person to find them, I'll send you a slab. Charizard. I don't know what the slab's going to be yet. I got a couple of PSA 10 Charizard slabs, but it'll be one of those. And then, if you find it and you are a member of the Discord, then I'm going to throw in a Charizard base set pack. So the Charizard artwork.
If you pre-order through us, right?
Yeah, you got to pre-order. You got to pre-order through us. You got to be a member of the Discord. And you get, from the box I'm opening today, I'm going to save one of the Charizard artworks, and you'll win that as well. But also, you don't have to pre-order from us to get the slab. So I'm throwing out a little bit of extra incentive to pre-order from us. It's a pretty big giveaway, man. I mean, it's probably going to be like $400 at least worth of goodies if you find them first. So, yeah, I mean, it'll be fun. It's going to be a little chase, a little Discord chase. You know how we like giving away stuff on our Discord?
Yeah, we're a little crazy.
We are. We're not all there. I mean, I gave away $700 worth of vintage cards to Dempsey last week. So, so along with that, I think some people asked about ETBs. I think you said we may be able to get some ETBs. I mean, the set doesn't come out till August 14th, so we're still figuring out all the different stuff, the logistics and stuff. But I think we'll be able to get some ETBs, and Adam will have all the pricing on the pre-order section of the Discord about how much. I think he's even put like cases and boxes prices in the chat right now, but that's all in the pre-order section. And then I think he's running numbers with maybe Trainer Wolf or whatever, and seeing how feasible trading in bulk for a box or whatnot. But yes, cases will be available, boxes will be available, and we're almost positive ETBs will be available too. So, do you have an ETA of like when we would ship them out?
On the 14th.
So the day it's released.
On release day, if not the day before.
Yeah.
So you won't have it on release day, unfortunately, but
I mean, like a lot of people didn't even have this set on release day though.
So Eli wants to know if all the base set packs are sold. I know that's why everybody's here.
No. There's a bunch of artwork sold, but no, not all of them are sold.
Spencer bought one. Now that he's in here, I can talk about it. So that's what we have going on. That was one of our topics, and I think that the buying and selling was a good way to move into that. That we were going to have that coming up, and we threw that out there. So those of you that aren't members in the Discord, hit one of us up, and we'll get the link out to you. Maybe because I put the mod tag in here for Trainer Wolf, that he might be able to put the link in here now, because I think that you needed to have. That's why it wasn't working before. I think other people tried it, but because they didn't have access to put a link in there, he might be able to now. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, it's been fun. What if I haven't really bought? I bought a bunch of just. I think I bought 12 boxes this week, so I'm waiting for those 12, 13 boxes.
Say, yeah, I was just thinking, like, didn't you buy a bunch of boxes the other night? Like, I don't know, it was like Thursday night. You're like, dude, I just bought like 6 boxes.
Yeah, and I have. I have
what
5.
else did you buy? What did you buy Friday? That was non-Pokemon that you flipped for like $500.
Oh yeah, I was just in the right place at the right time, and came across some basketball cards, and I was like, hey, like somebody told me to pick these up when I found them, and so I did, and then I turned around and I spent about $500 on basketball cards before I knew it, and I was just like, man, you're crazy. And then I put them up online, and someone asked how much I had, and I said I gave them the number, and they're like, well, how much do you want for it? And I said, well, I don't think I should take any less than $1,200, and it was over with within 15 minutes of putting one box up for a post. So I did all right. That's all going towards buying Pokemon product, because I'm looking at buying 5 to 6 cases worth of booster boxes right now. So we have those available, and I've got more stuff to open because I need some variety in these bulk things, because I'm running low. So those of you that need to trade in your bulk, hit me up. I have the form. I'll give it to you, because I do need to get the variety of this going, because it's going to start becoming way more modern than I need it to. So hopefully some people have some XY stuff. If not, I'm going to start cracking XY boxes just for the heck of it. But that's it. I mean, it's been crazy. It's really, really, really weird. It wasn't $1,200 for one box. It was, I think it was 4 mega boxes and 10 of the little mini blaster boxes. So it was like 14 products in total. Ended up being $1,200. So
not bad.
It's not bad.
Not bad for like 3 hours of and they're in your possession for like 3 hours.
Yeah, if that. So
crazy.
Pogo Dad, hit me up on Instagram or on our Discord, and I'll get you the form if you want to trade it in. Dave was actually the first one that did bulk with me. I tested it with him, and I was really nervous about it because I just didn't know how it was going to work. And like, I know there's a lot of people out there that take it, and I was just like, man, like, who buys this stuff? But like, there's a lot of people. That's the link. See, a mod can actually put the link in there. This is why we did this. So hopefully that link works. Sorry, I just finally saw it and it made me super happy.
I just saw it too. That's crazy.
But it works. I mean, I'm just busy. I'm gonna have to have somebody come over here and help me package it if it keeps up the way that it is. And we should have the eBay store open, like the store, not just like a personal shop, but like the actual HydroPump eBay store open this week. And it might get a little crazy with putting those things together. Yeah, $500 to $1,200. Dempsey outdid me. He did. Because there was no return on what he opened. But I mean, we'll do good with it, and we'll start once the eBay store is open this week too. Like, we'll let everybody know. I know I've got slabs to get put up, and so I've got slabs, I've got packs. We're gonna get some boxes put up there once I get these boxes and stuff in. And oh man, the link went to regular Discord, not the channel. He'll figure it out. I know you will. Trainer Wolf is smart stuff. But
there he goes. He posted it. I think he got it.
All right. But yeah, I mean, that's where we're at, buying and selling. Like, it wasn't that crazy of a week for you, and then I'm sitting here like, man, this is gonna get overwhelming really quick.
Right, and like, I made just one huge, like, the reason we didn't, like, one of the reasons we didn't open the box last week was because of Dempsey. The other reason was just because I was like, one of the boxes was for sale, and I wanted to give the guy opportunity to buy it, which he did, and that finally went through. So then I opened up this one, and then what else? I mean, like, I know you guys open these, right? I just went to Walmart to pick up something like a bike for Bryce, but like these things are pretty hot this week. Like I've actually seen a lot of people get some decent I actually saw 2 videos where someone pulled a Neo Destiny or whatever it was. I mean, so usually these are a crapshoot. You know how well those sell? Like if you buy a bunch of those and put them on eBay, the people that are overseas eat them up.
Yeah.
Like I forget the last one was like it had a 1 in 10 chance to have a slab in it or something, like whatever that one was.
That was the Meyer exclusive one.
That's the Meyer exclusive one, yeah. So I snagged up. Do you have Meyer near you? You don't have Meyer.
No,
Yeah,
I only go to Meyer and buy Pokemon cards when I'm up by you.
Yeah, so like I bought like 4 or 5 of them, and I sold them like someone sells them just like that because like all the people overseas, they don't have those and they just eat them up. They just love opening them. So I just snagged up 6 when I just went to the store, and then I'm after this I got to head to the store again. I'm gonna see if I can buy some more. I can sell these things like hotcakes on eBay.
So Spencer hit me up so we opened 5 the other night. 4 of them were on camera. We got the Platinum Arceus pack, and then the one we opened off camera had a Stormfront pack. And then when I went to drop some stuff off at the card shop, there's a Walmart right there, and they had 5 more, and all 5 were had no extra packs. So we kept with the 1 in 5 that we had. But Spencer opened 5 last night, and his bonus item was the energy pack from an ETB. It wasn't even like anything legit. It was straight up just the energy. It was
like 50 energies.
Mm-hmm.
What did he get? Out of the 5 he opened, did he open any? He didn't get any vintage.
The first 5 that he bought, like we did, he got 2. He got 2 Stormfront packs. So exactly how we had it, and then he went back and bought 5 more, and they had his bonus item was the energy packs in all of them.
I know you would probably figure it out because those got to be kind of decently heavy. Do you know what I mean? Like, how much do you think Stormfront? Is it Diamond and Pearl Stormfront, right?
Yeah.
How much do you think those packs are?
$20, maybe $25 max. I mean, it pays for the box.
Yeah. What else came in them? I saw your video, and I was it was like at 12 o'clock at night. I was trying to, because I couldn't even see because Addison opened one. I couldn't see like what she got.
So the packs were Sword and Shield, Crimson Invasion, Lost Thunder, Cosmic Eclipse, and
at least they weren't like stuck with like Steam Siege.
In Guardians Rising, and then the one we opened and then one of the ones we opened off camera, and I know Spencer got a couple that I think the Lost Thunder pack was replaced with an Ultra Prism. So decent.
Yeah, I mean
Spencer's seen Stormfront's up to 50 plus. The last time I bought it was a month or 2 ago, and it was about $20-25.
It very well could be because I have. I'll show you what I have real quick. I'll see if it has Stormfront in it.
He bought out the whole. Dave called it Karma Energies.
So I bought.
It's the green. Spencer said that Stormfront has that green wing secret rare Charizard in it.
So I bought like 4 or 5 of these, but there's no Stormfront. It's just Secret Wonders, Mysterious. It has base in it, and something else. So yeah, these are pretty cool. I mean, I saw these and I just ate them up. They're just Diamond and Pearl. I don't even know what they are. They're just like the gift boxes or whatever.
Yeah.
I snagged a couple of those.
So Gyarados Freak, I think, got 5 of them as well. He said he got Ultra Prism in his, but they're pretty cool. I mean, they're worth opening.
Yeah.
But that's our buying and selling.
We have so we got approved in Ohio for retail, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So still working on North Carolina.
Yeah, I gotta find time to do that this week.
We got a couple of stuff with the PayPal. So we're about to be rolling next week.
Is Trainer Wolf like messing with a bot? Because that's funny that like he shows up and then that happens. Only one of my boxes had Ultra Prism, but it had 2 packs. That's cool. Yeah, so hopefully we'll be rolling out more sealed product for those of you in the Discord, and then we'll be shooting it out on the eBay page and whatnot. So there were a couple of questions this week. One of them, I'll start with. We'll start with the PSA question because it's kind of a lead-in from where we were before. I don't know of any other bulk trade-in places that are doing it, but we're gonna offer it. If you want to trade in your bulk, we'll use it towards grading services. So if you want to get cards graded, but you don't have the money to get the cards graded, like you can trade in your bulk and use that towards the grading services. So Robo Snail on Discord asked me how the whole PSA submission thing works. So there's some people out there that say that when you're doing the submission, it's based on the raw value. Some people say that the submission is based on the final graded value in terms of like how to price your cards out. Like what is the best way to package it? Is it how does it get sent back to you? All that, like can you go? You're the one that does it for us right now. Can you go through the process and what people should look at, and then how we kind of make the service a little bit easier for people? Does that
so with the first submission that I'm sending out next week, some guys have sent in it basically ready to roll and are kind of familiar with the way it needs to be. The cards need to be shipped. Some of them have sent them in top loaders. Some of them sent them in. I mean, there's different ways people send them in, but basically what I do is once I get the card in, I kind of evaluate it to see what its raw value is. I know there's a bunch of people that we've actually contacted that had to be submitted at a higher tier because of the raw value of the card. For example, any Charizard that any shiny Charizard you send in, that has to be sent in the 100 to the 499 level, just because the raw value of that card's like around $200. I know Gyarados Freak has sent in some really cool vintage stuff. He sent in a first edition Gyarados, and when I look at it, I think it's probably around a 6. But that's still $150 card even at a 6. So I do my best to look at either eBay sales or just other places. I think it's PokemonSales.com or Pokemon Value. I can't remember this. I have it saved in my favorites, but like just what cards have recently sold for, and I just slide them in the appropriate tier level. But I make sure that they're in a penny sleeve, make sure they're in a card saver, and if you've done it if you've been in the first submission, I take a picture of your card. I take a picture of a return labels to make sure I have your address correct, and I ship them out. And when I get updates, I'll update everybody that's in that submission, and we go from there. I like to handle everything through the Discord too. So I know people message me through Instagram and they've messaged me through Twitter, but I want to make sure that all the DMs are in Discord when you do the PSA submissions. But yeah, I just use what's recommended from PSA to look up raw values, and I base the raw value and where it kind of 90% of what people are selling are going in that up to $99 raw value anyway. So it's just for the select few that are sending some vintage stuff in. I mean, I think there's some Charizards too, some base set Charizards.
I like Zay's question. I'm going to get to that here in a minute because that's going to be the next question that was asked to us. But so when you submit them, you take them all in, you check to see like who has packaged them the way that they need to be packaged. If they haven't been packaged the way that PSA wants them, you redo all the packaging, right? And then you upload everything into the system. You let people know if they need to be put in at a different level, and then you reach out to them. And then you have everything in the correct order, and we are not. So I think we talked about it a couple weeks ago when we were talking about doing this, but I just want to, because we can actually talk about it, we won't open anybody's submissions on camera unless you want us to. So when they come back, they will be divvied up. If you want us to do your break on or your what's it called, your reveal on one of our channels, we can do that for you. But I think most of the people that send them in are actually content creators anyway. So they're probably going to want to do it. We will not reveal yours unless you want it to be done. And there were multiple shiny Charizards in this last submission. To make sure that we knew whose was whose, they were staggered in between. So it's not like we put in, the 5 shiny Charizards that got submitted in order. There was a card in between each one, so we made sure that we knew exactly whose was whose in the hierarchy. Just so there was no confusion.
The way that PSA does it, the way I submit it in the system is the way that they're going to be the certification. The number.
Yep.
It's going to be. It's going to go in order of the way I submit it. So I know the order and I submit it. I know everybody's name. So if Gyarados Freak is the first Charizard that I submit, he's going to have the lowest cert Charizard in there just because he's the first one in there. So it's easy doing it that way.
I'm just saying for people's peace of mind, if they do want to use us, that's how we do it. That you'll make sure that you actually get your card back. Yep. It's also why Adam's taking pictures of everything to make sure that when we're there. I also know that you increase the values a little bit on the back end because it asks you what you think the cards are going to be worth to make sure that the shipping gets insured the right way back to us. That we've padded it so that there's extra insurance in case something happens, so that we can take care of people if something was to happen. And then we'll just we get them back and then we send them to you, but we'll give the updates. Hopefully the answers.
I'll get an update when they receive the package, so then I'll send everybody just saying, "Hey, just want to let you know PSA has our order," and then I'll get an update when it goes through a grading process, and then then it gets reviewed, and then it gets encased, and so I'll make sure I update everybody.
So I hope that Robo, I don't know if you're in here or not, but if you watch it, I hope that answers your question. If not, I'll further clarify next week. But I had it all written down, and that was pretty much the gist of it. And Sudon says he can't wait to get his babies back. So Sudon started with a really small submission when he was talking to us, and then I was like, once he actually sent it in and you sent me the picture back, I was like, oh man, that exploded quick. But I'm just trying to. Chat's got me. Can everybody? I just want to make sure because we're still. I want to make sure that this is right. Can everybody hear Adam? Still. I'm only using y'all for grading forever. I appreciate that, Gyarados. Being that we are in possession of your baby right now.
Yeah. But what he told me he was gonna send next time, it's like, oh my god, he sent some nice cards in.
This time, and then
this time, and he has more next time too because he's told me what he's gonna send in next time. I'm like, holy cow! But I know the very, very first shipment was, you sent in 100, and then 2 Charizards, and then this will be the second one, and then as they roll in, what else? I know it's kind of, I know what Zay kind of mentioned about Rebel Clash, and I think this goes into
my next question.
Another question that came in through, I think, the Discord. So
Lootbox had Juice had thrown out a question to what modern sets should people invest in right now? Just gonna answer.
So first of all,
Spencer, I'm trying to get him. I'm trying to turn it up. It sounds like I've got him almost maxed out right now. Just because we had to go through FaceTime this week, it's a little bit wonkier, I think. And he's using a different mic as well. So I'm sorry that it's a little off for you. I think most people turn their volume up, and I'll promise that Bailey won't come down here and yell and screw people's eardrums up.
Can you hear me better or worse now? Or the same?
You're fine to me, but
all right.
It's to them because it's the
go through
without using the mic and having it set up the way we did before. I don't have your direct input from your mic right now, so we'll get it next week. But now to get back to Juice's question, first off, it depends on what you consider. We're on the TV now. To answer the question, first off, it depends on what you call modern.
that was going to ask you, what do you think modern is?
To me, black and white to now. I think
the thing about it is black and white has got ridiculous.
It has, and so we are XY is 2 removed. I guess you can still call XY modern and maybe put black and white into the vintage discussion. But I don't know. I think it's still a little new. But if you consider black and white modern, invest in everything black and white. I mean, I discussed it with you when I did it, and I felt stupid that I bought all those black and white boxes back in January. And now I'm looking at myself like, man, that was like the smartest thing I could have done. And I got home and I wanted to bust one open, and I was like, nope, good thing I didn't do that. Somebody had offered me slightly more than I paid for them, and I thought about selling them, and then I was like, nah, just hold off for a little bit. Anything black and white right now. Most of the boxes are sitting right around $1,000.
Yeah.
So being that, I mean, probably half of them were at between $300 and $500 back in January. So
that's what I'm saying. Like black and white is starting. Like most of all those boxes are hitting that $1,000 mark. Do you know what I mean? So like they're just reaching that $1,000 mark. So my thing is like the next one up is those XYs. So it's what XYs are. Do you know what I mean? Like you want to get those XYs because those are the next ones that go to the $1,000 mark.
So in doing the research for this question, because I wanted to be as close to spot on as I could, XY buy Flashfire. First off, right? But with Flashfire, you're already looking at 7, 8. I think I saw one box sold for $1,100 recently.
Yeah, but have you seen? Have you seen the Charizards? The price of those Charizards right now?
Out of control.
It's like the full art one where he's kind of like this. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to but it's at $200 now.
The regular one I saw sold on Mercari. It sold for just the regular one, not the full art mega. In PSA 10 sold for like $110, something like that. I was like, what? Hold on a second. So Flashfire, right? But we all knew that. Phantom Forces has been going up exponentially. It's probably in like that $600-700 a month, $600 to $700 a box mark right now. A lot of people like it. Furious Fist is getting up there, but the one that surprised me right now, in terms of like where it is in price. Back in February, I bought a base XY box for $130. They're selling for near $500 now, just out of nowhere. And like you were able to go on places like DA Card World and buy cases of it 2 months ago, and now like I can't find it for under $500 a box. But Phantom Forces, Flashfire, XY base, and then you're starting to see the last of the booster boxes trickle out for Evolutions. Get in on it. The Evo boxes, we know why. The nostalgia, the reprint of base set, the Charizards, all that kind of stuff, right? Is big time. So get in on that. You're seeing an uptick slightly in Breakthrough because of the Mewtwo's. But and the Shaman is super playable and expanded, so it's kind of going. Or that's Roaring Skies. The Shaman is driving that up a little bit, and don't invest in Steam Siege. just don't. But moving on from XY, so like if you had to make an investment, Flashfire number 1, Phantom Forces number 2, XY base number 3, and then Evolutions. And then anybody who's set to hoard Generations packs, I mean, there's Charizards in that as well, including that like awesome one of him in the snow, and the EXs and the full arts that are in there. Do I use my next block of mail? No, I'll get to that. I'll get you.
Hey, just an FYI, just because I saw some people talk about it, for anybody that's out there that's like not in the U.S. that like think these are cool and like want to open some of these for your channel, get a hold of me. Or I mean, I'm sure Adam will do it too. Get a hold of me. Like if you guys pay shipping, like I'm not gonna upcharge. Like if you guys want to open something cool like this because you guys don't get it overseas, let me know. Because like I buy these up and I don't open them. Like I end up selling them on eBay. But if it's something that you guys want to open for the channel because it's cool and you guys don't get that kind of stuff over in Netherlands, right? Netherlands or where is Zay? Zay's like
Belgium.
New Zealand,
Belgium.
All right, wherever you guys are at, if you guys want to open something like that and you just guys don't just have it, or you know what I mean, like I'll give it to you cost plus shipping. Like I won't make a dime off of it. I think it's cool that some of you guys like to open some of that stuff, and I want to make it available to you guys. So just let me know.
I have nothing. There's nothing wrong with Steam Shoes. I actually really like the XY art sets. I'm just saying it because it's just everywhere. Like it's just there's no need to just buy it right now. Like it's not at the top of the investment list. But moving into, I was right with Belgium. I always get it wrong. Getting into Sun and Moon. Number one is gonna be Unbroken Bonds, the Reshiram and Charizard.
You don't think Burning 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 Shadows was the first what was the first Rainbow Charizard?
Burning Shadows, but I don't think it's. There goes Bailey.
Bailey.
But
yeah, just guys, just go in the Discord and DM me, and I'll try to find more of those boxes. I'll find more of those boxes and get with your address and stuff, and I can get those shipped out. Just DM me through the Discord.
I'm trying not to go nuts right now because there's screaming. I think Unbroken Bonds is gonna hold the top end of it. I think they reprinted a lot of Burning Shadows, and we're starting to see the end of it right now. You can still get it from distributors. It's kind of at the tail end. I think it was printed more than Unbroken Bonds was. The whole Reshiram and Charizard thing, Unbroken Bonds got so many people back into collecting. I think that one is going to hold higher in terms of collecting. That and it was super playable. And I think that when you look at expanded play, the Dedenes will still sell just like, people are looking for Roaring Skies right now because the Shamans are playable. But I really think that Unbroken Bonds will take the cake with Burning Shadows right behind it. The ones that are going to be the sleepers for the Sun and Moon era is Team Up is going to be a huge sleeper. It was the first set where the tag team Pokemon were put out there. The Jirachis will always be playable as long as they're in expanded, once they get out. You've already seeing a huge upswing in the people are like, wow, the scream, and that was like they're far away from me right now. But there's the uptick in Team Up sales and how I'm trying to keep it together. The boxes they're skyrocketing. They're about like 130 to 150 right now. I think I would buy them if you can find them at 110 or lower for Team Up. Unbroken is like I've seen boxes sell recently for as high as $200. So, what else? I think Cosmic Eclipse I've seen start to kind of push it a little bit. The character cards, some of the playability, the tag team trainers are still highly playable, and supposedly they did stop printing on that, so what's out there now is there. But yet again, we did see that with Unbroken Bonds, and then the market kind of flooded for a while with it again. But that's where I think Sun and Moon is. It was like there's some sleeper cards that people might chase later on in some of the other sets. Like I mean, I know you're a Gyarados guy. Like Crimson Invasion may be something that people go chase that Rainbow Rare Gyarados for
because there's no other one.
Because that's the only one that there is. So you might see that like kind of pop up out of nowhere. I liked Unified Minds, and it was a set that kind of got overshadowed by Hidden Fates because there was like a 3 to 5 week gap in between when Unified Minds launched and then Hidden Fates started coming out. Cosmic Eclipse had those trainer like the Pokemon with their trainer cards too, which were really cool, and I think that there's going to be a huge
I think another thing too is like obviously Hidden Fates is always going to be there, But the thing about some people were asking is like, what do you think is going to happen to like these hidden fates cards, because they're kind of having like this third wave of just tens coming out again, and I think we just were starting to see that Charizard kind of creep back up, right? And at least on my end, where I've gone, like when I've gone out, I haven't seen the tens anywhere. I mean, I see a bunch of people buying cases of the tens, but I don't necessarily see them at the store.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what that means, but at the same time, I don't know. Like, you'd have to almost see the market get flooded with a bunch of Charizards to see it kind of creep back down. And I don't know if that's going to happen or not. I don't think anybody's able to tell what the pull rates are like with this like third wave of hidden fates. But I know there's a lot of cards out there that are at that $30-$40 range, and I don't know. You don't really know until like the market sees an increase of those cards on whether the price of those cards are going to kind of go back down and then come back up, because I think you got that initial flood of all those cards, but what we've been seeing is a lot of those cards are starting to kind of go up in value. The Mewtwo, the Cynthia, the Charizard, even the Charizard. I mean, like that raw value was like $200 some. You know what I mean? I remember when the PSA 10 was like working its way back to like almost 350 for a PSA 10, and now it's almost back up to like it's creeping back up to like $500-$600 again. So and plus I think I see a bunch of people too getting a bunch of more PSA returns in. So I mean, all that stuff it's until they completely stop printing something, you don't really know what it's going to be like. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Until they completely stop printing it.
So I'm going to get back at this. Epic Tube said it's just like prices are jumping like crazy. They are. But I think the prices are really jumping more so on the vintage side than anything else. Somewhat in the product that can't be found. But Shiny Umbreon is now over $100. Wow. But I think that the prices on the modern stuff, like in terms of like what should I buy now to hold for the future, is picking up the your Unbroken Bonds boxes if you're still collector, Burning Shadows, Team Up, and then if I was to pick a fourth, I would probably go with Cosmic Eclipse. It was the last one. It had some really cool gimmicky stuff in it. And it had a Rainbow Rare Charizard in it as well. Granted, it never got the love that the rest of them did because we were kind of Charizarded out. I mean, we can say all day, keep as much Hidden Fates clothes as you want because people are always going to go back to it. Like, that's a no-brainer. But in terms of, like, actual, like, booster box released items, like, that's the way to go. And then I'm going to get into Sword and Shield here in a second, but I just want to sneak over here to these guys. I'm not a big fan. I want to leave first edition with WotC and where it was. I just don't.
We talk about this later. Yeah.
I think we've done it a couple times because it tends to come up, but I think that what's it called? The kids got me all jacked up right now. Don't like, the holiday sets are completely different. Like, you can't just go out and buy a booster box of it, right? Like, it takes up a whole lot more space to keep it, and everybody like now isn't as much in. Maybe further on down the line, if you're a guy or a gal that likes to collect the art sets, people will crack them open and sell art sets for ridiculous amounts of money. But Hidden Fates is what it is. First editions, leave them where they're at. Leave them with WotC. That's just where it needs to stay. Like, we can go on. I think we went like a half an hour one day on if we wanted to see them again, and I think both of us were in agreement that it needs to stay where it is, because then all it does is just it kind of kills A, the nostalgia of it, and B, it really kills the I think like what it holds value wise from those in the past to like finally bring it back just because they want to do this. Yes, and then Cosmic Eclipse also had I'm just kind of catching up over here. It had the full art tag team trainers as well, which were really some of the more beautiful full art trainers. Sun and Moon is just like early WotC vintage right now. Nobody cared until Jungle. Yeah, and it'll come back around. But I think the big question that most people want to know is right now, Sword and Shield, right? The Sword and Shield base set, the pull rates were out of control. Like we opened one box and we had 12 ultra rare better hits. This set, I want to give up on it, but I know not to, and here's why. We had this conversation yesterday when we talked, right? Don't sleep on Rebel Clash, and I'm not saying don't sleep on Rebel Clash and buy a bunch of it now to hold on to sealed product. Once tournament play opens back up, this set is going to be one of those sets that a lot of people wish that they had invested in, and I'm going to tell you why. One is, look what happened with Jirachi's and Team Up. It was only released as a holo and a reverse holo until it was a promo in the build and battle boxes. So, but look where that card is now, a year and a half later, right? It hasn't gone down in price, and it's been released in theme decks. It's slightly down now because play isn't happening, and because tournament play isn't happening, like people aren't buying the highly playable cards, right? Watch the card go back up, even though it's being re-released in another theme deck on the 22nd of this month. It's going to hold its value, and it's going to hold its value after it leaves standard rotation. Boss's Orders is going to be that card. It's going to be a 2 of or a 4 of in every single deck until it leaves rotation. Because a lot of people say that it's broken, but it is what it is. Like, we've had the card or similars to it in the past. You saw Great Catchers, which were uncommons, that at one point were sitting around the $12 mark, and so 4 uncommons in your deck were costing you close to $50. And that was a Lost Thunder uncommon. And people slept on Lost Thunder outside of a couple of cards, and then it kind of shot back up, and now I've had people message me a lot for it, to see if we have it, and it's nowhere to be found. And if it is, you're looking about $110 to $130 a box right now. But I think that it's going to be one of those sets that once tournament play opens back up, hopefully next year, with the new season, that people are going to wish that they had gotten into it. And then I think it's going to be one of those, like, we're going to up the price on it a little bit, just because, like, the Dragapult V Maxes, like that's going to be a staple deck for a while, and I think it's only going to get better. You're seeing trainer cards, or at least the energies, with the horror and the speed energy, which is going to be in every psychic and every lightning deck from here until rotation ends. It's just going to be one of those things that people are going to want to get back to. Not as much Sword and Shield base, but I think a lot of people are like, all right, this one doesn't have the Zard. We thought it was going to have the Zard. Tournament play is not happening, so the cards aren't seeing the value that they want. Like, why should I invest in this? The investment's going to be in hopefully 6 months when tournament play opens, so less than 6 months when tournament play opens back up again, and everyone's going to be like, I need these cards. Boss's Orders is $20 for the holo right now. Like, it's not going to go, I can see it staying there, if not going a little bit higher once tournament play opens back up and everyone's like, oh crap, I need these. So
yeah, I think what happens right now, because there's not people playing, I think what you're seeing is like, everybody was excited because Sword and Shield came out, and you had the gold dogs, and everybody was excited just because it's a new set. And then Rebel Clash came out, and it's like, how long has it been out? And Pokemon's already like, hey, we're coming out with Darkness Ablaze, and there's going to be a Charizard and all that kind of stuff. So I think it's right in the sense, you're right in the sense that, like, once people start playing again, and then they start realizing how valuable it is for playability purposes. But, like, right now, I think people almost, now that they said that the new set's coming out and it has a Charizard, I think people are, like, overlooking it right now. You know what I mean? Like, and there's still some really cool. I know I'm probably one of them, but I don't play the game. But I'm probably one of them. I can't wait for. We even talked about, like, we're buying cases of the new set, and I hope there's a rainbow in it. And I know there's a VMAX in it, but and then I'm already, I'm talking about the giveaway and everything. That's how excited I am.
Yeah.
But like you said, from a playability, from like when you're selling cards and stuff like that, that's when you are going to see big sales, is because the cards that are playable, and that's kind of your thing. But yeah, I think a lot of people are kind of overlooking it now. I do, and I think you'll start seeing more sales of it because who knows how much they printed. And it's just weird too, because everybody's inside, and it's like, I think it's one of those sets that kind of just came out at the wrong time. You know what I mean? Like the whole quarantine happened. We're not playing. You can't go out and play in your local card shops. But who knows what's going to happen in August? Are we still going to be here and home? Who knows? I don't know. But I do think it's an overlook. I think it's going to be an overlooked set, like you said.
So I'm trying to get Zay said yes and no on answering his question. Prices will stay the same, if not go up. That's what I'm saying. Yes, and I don't think. Everything kind of hits that cycle, right? Like you hit it that like a set becomes like too removed from where it's at. Like it'll start to kind of make the climb. If it's not selling, so the thing is that we're in this like odd time, right? So it's not the best selling set. Is Pokemon going to continue to print it because it hasn't been selling that much, or are they going to stop, or are they going to continue? Because if it stops, it's going to skyrocket. Like if this is it, because it's not selling, and you've got ultra playability in it, the set's going to skyrocket. Look what happened to something like, everybody thought Ultra Prism was awesome, right? And then they just short printed it, and they were like, it's done. And then they didn't reprint it again. And like, look how high it is. Like, if anything, I wouldn't call it, like some people are calling it the Steam Siege of, most likely the Steam Siege of the era, but I don't think so. I think if anything, like we could call it the early frontrunner for Ultra Prism of Sword and Shield, just because that's the way that I see it. Like it kind of hit at a weird point, and it's going to be playable, and there's really pretty cards that people are going to want to see, that it might surprise us. I hope that answers Zay's question. So it's just too early to tell, and a lot of it's going to have to come down to what happens with playability.
Yeah, I actually think Zay's kind of right. I don't think they're going to... It's going to be one of the least printed sets just because of what's going on. Even if what's going on is still going on when Darkness Ablaze comes out, it's still going to be a set that's printed a lot just because it has a Charizard in it. Do you know what I mean? There's really no incentive for them to keep printing this, because I just don't think there's, like, for collectability purposes, I don't think that there's just those. The artwork in this set is awesome. Like the full arts and stuff, those cards are awesome looking. But I just don't think it has that card in it that, from a collectability standpoint, that's going to keep them printing the set. Do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have a Charizard. But I wanted to talk about Epic's talking about. I think for like, I know we're kind of tailing off to like the vintage side, but if they get another, if we get another stimulus check, vintage stuff, dude, like just I think vintage stuff is still it's still going up. It's crazy, whatever. You get another stimulus check.
Yeah,
I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
because that same things we talked about 2 or 3 podcasts, it's just gonna happen all over again. And you're talking about, we already hit that first wave, and it's just gonna be even more crazy. That will just send it into a complete. I don't even know what would happen. Like, it would just be so crazy.
Yeah, I know where part of ours going. I'm just buying them. I'm just throwing it into HydroPump and getting some more modern cases and just putting them up there for people to have at.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, that vintage stuff.
It's gonna go crazy.
It's gonna go crazy, and I think what happened is it's making it's having a trickle effect on all the black and white and the diamond and pearl. It's trickling down to those sets. It really is.
I mean, XY base boxes. Like, why $500 right now?
It's trickling down. Like, it's like because the vintage stuff is harder and harder to find, and it's it's like more and more expensive that it trickles down, because when you can't buy this, then you try to find the most expensive thing that you can afford, right?
Right.
So everybody's trying to find the most expensive thing that they can afford, that they can invest in. And what happens is all those other sets that are more affordable, they start going up because those things get bought. But I think what's going to end up happening if we get another stimulus checks is those black and white are going to skyrocket in like the $2,000. I really do, like, because I think a lot of people are buying at that price point now. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
And it's crazy. Like, I just saw that, and I thought the same thing the other day when I opened my phone. I was reading CNN about, like, stimulus and this, that, and the other. I'm like, oh my god. I'm thinking on a Pokemon side, like, what would that do to the market? And I think you still have the craziness with the WotC stuff, but all that black and white stuff. Remember how we're trying to find a base set like Heart Gold, Soul Silver? Like, I mean, those are the type of sets that are going to balloon up. I mean, you already got unlimited boxes that are like $5,000. I mean, it's not far fetched to think that you're talking about two and a half for the Heart Gold, Soul Silver stuff. I mean, it's nuts. We'll never get our box to split.
I just want to split a box of HGSS with you.
I think it was like Zen who said like he's like I just basically told myself I'm not getting it, so he just bought a bunch of, I think he bought Spanish Heart Gold, Soul Silver.
No, I can't. Like, it's cool because the art's cool, but I just like how the border like looks like old, and it's just cool as all hell. No, I'm laughing because Trainer Wolf like laid down the hammer over here for the first time ever. It has happened in the history of the HydroPump Pokecast. But hopefully that answers Lootbox's question. I'm sure Juice will hit me up at one point and be like, no, that's not what I want. No, I'm just joking. So hopefully that it kind of raised some eyebrows or whatnot about, where at least I'm putting my money. I've got tons of Burning Shadows around here. I wish that I didn't open as much Unbroken Bonds as I did. I would have kept some, but me, I have this horrible problem with keeping stuff sealed. Like, how I still have an XY base box and those 3 black and white boxes that I bought months and months ago, and they're still sitting here and sealed, is beyond me.
Hey, did you see our HydroPump mod evolved into HydroPump mod level 2?
No, he just.
What would that mean?
He typed that in himself.
Oh, did he?
Yes, he's just joking because he booted his first.
I thought it was real. Like, I thought. Remember the bot that was in our Discord that like no matter what I did, I could not kick it out.
Yeah.
So like I thought it was like artificial intelligence, like the bot.
No, it was.
I thought it was like evolving into like this thing that just takes over everything.
I just thought it was funny that as soon as Spencer had said goodbye, then it was like right before he had said that it muted. We are in, and I want to throw a caveat out there because I want this to be like everybody's spot to come and hang out. I'm all for people chatting, but please do not spam the chat. Like, let everybody kind of get their own thing in there. But just kind of keep on topic if you got questions. If everybody's chit chatting about stuff, and I can't get through an hour and a half of one of these things without getting got. I know that everybody wants to see the base set box. You want to do the giveaway real quick?
Yeah, let's do it. What you have to go to next or last week's. It was sub Young Cloud.
Yeah.
So once you guys, then I'll show you this week's giveaway. And because we had issues, you're going to have to wait until this is uploaded and respond on this video on NC Packbusters site for the giveaway this week.
All right, so I got it up. You ready?
Go.
We had 11 people.
Uh-oh.
It's gonna be Dave. Watch.
It's a super
no way, bro.
Was it Dave?
No, it was Young Cloud Films.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, that works out. That was that. I mean, like you couldn't.
Dude, that's baller status right there. That's amazing.
Dude, you won on your own hashtag.
Dude, that's great. I love it.
You got it. It's coming your way, homie.
Dude, that's cool as all hell. I love it, man. He had a great week too. He had his 1 year anniversary. He did a 2.5 hour live. It was crazy.
That's awesome. And then I think he'll probably get this next week when he's opening my box on his channel.
Probably.
So
that's really cool. Oh, Spencer was saying you got thinking with the whole leveled up to level 2 thing. I thought he was getting on me because I was about ready to lose it laughing. So that's really cool that he won that. But we ran it. It actually worked this time. Like I had it set up. It was cool.
Did it not run last week?
Huh?
Did it not run last week?
No, I've had an issue with the links to those videos. It saying like this is not a valid link after like when I set it up before we start. It works. So, he better play the lotto too. He did really well this week though. But he
had a great week.
He had like 75 likes or something like that on his Friday live stream.
That was nuts.
It was crazy. He gave away.
He was like dipping into his personal stash for the card giveaways.
He busted open like a $75 blister.
Yeah,
for that flash. He opened that special flash fire like special blister. I was like, whoa.
That hurt a little bit. So, I was like, oh, don't.
But hey, dude, like it was awesome. Like it was super cool. Yeah, Trainer Wolf ain't messing.
He is not.
So what's this week's? Oh snap!
The first edition Team Rocket Squirrel.
That's cool.
PSA 9 action for you.
That's cool.
See that? Can you see it? Like,
Yeah.
I can never tell where I need to.
There you go. Right there. Hold it right there.
I'll just put it over my face.
No, right there. Yeah. Perfect.
Right here?
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, I just put it over my face. Guys, what should we hashtag this week? There it is. What should we hashtag? Let's since we're opening up the base set, let's just hashtag base set.
Cool. On my video when it's commentable, right?
Yeah. So when this is uploaded and it's done, make sure you guys leave a comment, hashtag base set, and you'll be entered to win that next week. It's a pretty good. That's like one of my favorite Squirtles.
It's pretty cool.
Really, really cool. Yeah. I got the whole evolution line for that one for Team Rocket and the 10. It's pretty cool.
I kind of like hashtag Adam got.
I'm fine with that too. I'm fine with that too.
I like it. That's what we're going with. Adam got. That's just funny.
All right. No, it's Adam got now. So hashtag Adam got.
Oh man, did you see my reaction just a second ago?
What's that?
The email went up. It's like another bulk package out the door. I'm like, man, I gotta package another one. But what else you got this week? Does anybody have any questions for us today? There hasn't. I know we've kind of touched on some of them because they were actually already on topic for this week. So I feel kind of bad, but I just want to make sure that nobody had any questions for us before we. I know that we had some technical difficulties, so we're really not at the hour-and-a-half mark that we try and keep it to. But I just want to make sure that we're good. That everybody's good. And make sure for that hashtag Adam got that once the stream is over and you're able to comment on my video, because we're gonna have an issue with Adams this week. Make sure that it's in my video so we can do it. How much is considered bulk? Anything that's not worth a halfway decent amount of money. Really anything that's like doesn't sell for at least a quarter.
So what do you think, like when you're talking about bulk and trading in for booster boxes and stuff, like if you did that, What do you like bulk wise? Like what do you think? Like 3,000 bulk? Like do you know what I mean? Like is that all on your sheet?
Um,
Like
so
the amount of bulk, I guess.
oh, when am I stopping by to talk cups and shirts? That's a great question. That's going to happen this week because I'm going to make time for you because I'm back out on the water the following week. So we got to figure that out. No, Epic Tube, we
Oh,
haven't talked about everything. So just let us know if you have anything because we'll get back there. But
ooh, do you want to talk about Dave making us
we
something?
we can. But let me answer your question.
All right.
With bulk on the sheet, all I have is I don't want how is bulk prices dropping when everything else is rising? I don't get that because most people that buy bulk, from what I've seen so far, because I've had conversations with a lot of these people at 30 sales now, it's like for kids that are getting into it. So it's not like oh wow, I don't. Some places did. I think the going rate right now is about 3,000 for a booster box,
Yeah.
and has been for a little bit of time. But it yeah, there's a lot of places that have also stopped. And I think that for us, I don't have it on the. I just have it on the sheet as like this is what we give for this category, and then like what is the quantity of each of those things, so I know what I'm looking for. So as I'm going through, um, I know what to look for. So like if my counts are way off, like I've got to pay attention a little bit closer to what I'm sorting through, and it's does that make sense? And then that all the
Yeah.
pricing is there, so like you can just do the multiplication and the addition if you want to see about what it is, but it's roughly 3,000 common uncommons for a booster box, and but we also are taking any of like the reverses, etc. Like there's on the sheet, it's all there, and what we take and what we give for each of them. So you can work up to it. So it's not like some people is just like we're only going to take commons and uncommons, and that's what's going towards their booster box. It all has to. It's all valued, and it's not just booster boxes. I've Spencer's he's in here, so I'm just gonna keep talking about him. Spency, Christy's gonna get mad at me if I don't call you Spency. But we talked about it, and I like the fact that we're opening it up for grading services. So like if there's cards that you want to get graded, but you don't have the out of pocket expenses, like you can trade in your bulk to get your cards graded. Like we're totally down with that. Because not everybody's got the dispensable income to send cards out to be graded when they want to, but trade in your bulk and we'll add it. Like I'll tell you again, like I tested it with Dave the first time to see if kind of how it would go and if it was going to be smooth, and it worked out. And I got a spreadsheet with all of his stuff on there, like what at each level, at each item, and I had sent out because I knew that he was going to send more back in. I actually sent him more product than what he had, the value that he had given me, just because we have that relationship together. And I kind of kept track of how much of the bulk that he had sent in that I had sold, to make sure that like I wasn't, that if we did this on a little bit bigger level, that it was going to work out for us. So that's what's up with the bulk. And like I said in the beginning, those of you that had missed it, as of right now, it's just for the pre-order of Darkness Ablaze and for grading services until we have the rest of the pieces in place, because I don't want people sending me bulk for trade-in and me not being able to have a box to send right back out to you. So just trying to make sure that everybody's clear. And it is only available to those people that are members of the Discord as well, because I need to be able to follow up with you through there, because I'm trying to my Instagram is not closed by any means. DM us there, but I'm trying to keep a lot more of the business aspect of things to Discord.
Same thing with the PSA. Like people have reached out through other social media to get a hold of me for pre-order or PSA. But I just like to keep it all housed in Discord, so like I know I can just go to one place and pick up a comment and send you updates and stuff like that, instead of like having to go with multiple different social medias to update you on the order. So I think like if you're for like pre-orders and PSA and bulk, I think it's easier for us to keep it all housed in one social media outlet.
What's going on, AIM? How you doing? Thanks for joining us.
So
But
yeah, so if you're interested in doing bulk for PSA submissions, so the way we kind of have it now is like all the PSA submissions are like I'm like in charge of like making sure they get in and send them out and stuff like that. So just get with Adam, DM Adam, and he'll let you know on uh, like what the price is for bulk and stuff and how many cards that equates to and stuff like that. And I mean we talk every single day, so
at least once.
yeah, and just get at me. I mean I'll give you my PO box and get stuff shipped out to me, and I have a bunch of cards that need graded, so I'm not gonna. It's not something that if you send me out a card, I'm gonna hold on to it until the next month. Like right now, I get 20. We get 25 cards. We're sending them out so that nobody's waiting on them, and we're not waiting on everybody to make their own individual decision on with their timelines and when they want stuff. Like Adam has enough stuff. I have enough stuff that I want graded. That if we only get 10 cards one week, I'm not going to hold on to those until I get 15 more. I'll just send them with some of my stuff so that we're constantly getting these things rolling, and you're not sitting here waiting on someone else to submit cards for your cards to get submitted. So I don't want you guys to think that when you send something in, it's going to wait for a bigger bulk submission. It's not right now. We're sending them out as soon as I get them.
We're 3 away from the most thumbs up. Be sure to smash that like button. Love it. So hopefully that answers those questions. He paused me. Somebody must have gotten a phone call.
That was me.
But Gyarados wants to know, I think right now we said 95 shipped, which I think is about $3 higher than most places. From what I've seen on pre-orders, most are at like the $92 mark now. That may be able to go down. It just depends because we're at like the bottom tier of being able to order things, and so we don't get the same pricing as of right now. But hopefully we can drive that cost down to at least meet the 92 that most other places are. If that answers your question. But that's shipped. 95 shipped.
Yep.
I don't think it's too bad.
And we're gonna be we're gonna be shipping that out either the day before or the day of, so you're not worried about when your stuff is getting shipped out. You know what I mean? Like, and you don't have to worry about calling customer service. I mean, you just DM us on on the Discord and stuff like that to know where your stuff's at. So we're making it easy. We're trying to make it as easy as possible for everybody. Do you know what I mean? That's the goal.
So Trainer Leo asks, like, who do we know who's is who's with the PSA submissions? We answered it earlier, but I'll hit it back again. Like, if it's multiple people sending in the same card, we make sure that there's at least a card or two in between, because when they send it back to you, all the cert numbers that come back in sequential order to how you listed it, and so we know who's where in the pecking order. We're pretty, I wouldn't say pretty, we're anal about like making sure that everything is exactly the way that it needs to be, so there is zero confusion. So if 5 of you send in a Charizard at the same time, we would add our own cards in to make sure that there's a break in between each of them to know whose is whose. So like everybody wants to have the one back that they pulled. That's how we're going to make sure that happens. So we will add our own stuff in to ensure that that's taken care of. And as things are put into the system, we open one envelope, it's entered in, and then we open the next one. So it's not like everybody's cards are all sprawled out. Each envelope that you send in or box is opened individually, uploaded to the system, and then the next one comes through. Hopefully that makes sense. Yep. Like we're taking this. Part of the reason why I never used anybody else is I didn't really have the trust factor because they're like your babies. And somebody like Trainer Wolf, the cards that he sent in have tons of they're not super expensive cards, but have tons of sentimental value. Like, we understand that, and we just want to make sure that everybody's treated correctly.
Yep.
And we're always available. Like, there's 2 of us. Like, hit us up. Like, we'll answer you back. It may not be immediately, but we'll get back to you.
I mean, I don't. I'm up until like 12 or 1 o'clock. Like, because I don't even know. I don't have a schedule. I mean, I just I go to bed at like 1, wake up at 7. I mean, I just don't have a. But anyway, yeah, I'm super anal with that type of stuff, man. I know exactly how it is. And I gotta. What's nice now is PSA prints out a card list in the same order that you enter it, so I can have everybody has like is color coded. So it's filed in my brand new desk with your guys' return. I already do the return shipping label like as soon as I enter it in the system. So I have all your guys' make sure the address is right, and I file it away and wait for it to come in.
And then every 10th one, you get the 11th for free.
Oh yeah, yep.
So
I know Sudon's already taken advantage of that.
Oh yeah.
And let them know that you're keeping track of everything in the spreadsheet.
Yep.
So you don't have to do all 10. You don't have to do all 10 in a row. So like if you do 3, then 2, then 3, then the 2 more, then you can. We keep track of that. So,
yep.
And if you want to know where you're at, Adam keeps track of it, so he can tell you how many of you submitted. So
it's all good. Just
all good.
We're trying. We really are. We're trying. It's a new adventure for us. We're trying to make things as good as we can for all of you. And if there's things you'd like to see us give a shot, like we'll give it a shot and we'll see. So Pogo Dad said he was messaging you at midnight. I think I texted you at like 12:15 the other night. I was like, oh man, I totally didn't realize the time. And we were both like, well, I have zero, like, I don't know what time it is at any time of the day. Oh, no, it's either dark out or it's light out.
Yeah.
So
someone go get CJV. Tell them about to open this box.
So we're going to get into it because this is what everybody wanted to see. We got 22 concurrent viewers. Now it's time to do it. So if you knew people that were just wanting to see the box get opened and look at some packs.
Yeah,
nobody from Europe has ever used it because this is brand new.
Used what?
Used us to grade. People from Europe sent us stuff to grade because this is brand new adventure for us. Yeah. We're just doing our first one.
Yeah. So where's Gyarados? Go get your boy, man. Go get your brother from another mother.
He's probably at kid time right now.
I know he said his kids were bugging, but I got my knife, I got my box. Tell him we're about to open it for everybody that wants to see what I mean. Like, this is fresh. I mean, this came straight from a case, man. Like this is
fresh. You need to hold on. I gotta fix you. You moved. There you go. You're good. Don't move now.
All right, I won't. All right, you ready? All right, there's CJB. So let's open this guy up.
Oh man. Is a part of your soul dying right now?
No, because I know I have a green wing one and another one.
I gotcha.
It doesn't. Look at that. We'll just peel it off like this. We'll just peel it off.
What is it? $210 a pack and $600 for an art set.
There you go. Texted you?
Yeah. I was just making sure that I didn't.
Anybody? Huh?
There's a screen.
Anybody got a guess on who's on top? There only could be 2. What's the 2 packs on top? Come on, guys, guess.
Zard and Blasty.
He says Zard and Blasty. I'm trying to push out the little tabs because I know somebody's gonna want this box and I don't want to.
Can I have this one?
I don't want anybody. Sure.
Where's Bryce to bend the cards?
Oh man, the box is still crisp. All right, who's the 2 packs? What's the 2 packs? We got Charizard and Blastoise. The seal is broke. You guys ready? There it is.
Yeah, boy.
These are fresh too.
Oh man.
Oh man, let's see. Let's get an artwork out and just show you guys.
Where's the Hulk at? He can come bend cards. This is crazy.
You see it? Is it good on the
video?
Yeah,
you good. You good. What's it smell like? Old bubblegum.
No, it just smells like old vintage Pokemon packs, man. It smells really, really good.
You always need to know the smell.
Here it is, guys. Get at me. It's open. It's open. That's really, really cool, man. I've never had any of those packs to sell. I've always had like Team Rocket, Jungle, and all that stuff. So that's really.
Is that
cool
your
to
first base set break?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Like box, yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, obviously, I've opened packs, but
interesting.
Yeah, I got the green wing. I got three minty boxes. I got a first edition fossil, and I got a green wing, and I got a blue wing box that are like super minty, and then I got a jungle one. What are you doing?
Nothing.
We just opened up base set. What are we gonna do? Here's Bryce. What are we gonna do if somebody tries to? If Dempsey comes in your room? We're gonna smack him. We're gonna smack him. But yeah, so it's open. I don't know. I probably got like.
Give it a lick.
Give it a lick. I got like three or four artworks.
Smells like naked kids opening in the dark under their beds.
Look at Bryce. Bryce. I always gotta look at Bryce's hair. I always say look like Lloyd Christmas right now. Like my kids. But yeah, so guys, we have it. We got the vintage. We opened it this week. There's more to come. I'm always can buy more. That's the nice thing about it. At least I know the guy I buy from has tons more, so I can always buy more. I know. I think the 200. I think the 210, and like especially like the 6 for an art set. I know it sounds high, but that's like pretty good price compared to like what people are selling these packs for. So
I've seen 250 to 300 pretty consistently. So
yeah, so like I priced it. I'm able to get them at a good price, so I want to. I know when people there's always gonna be someone that like when you sell them they're gonna be like, holy cow, like that's a lot of money. But if you think about it, like as much as these things have gone up, it's like if an art set for $600 is a pretty good price. And then for all of you guys that wanted these things, don't forget just to send me a DM. I'll give you cost and shipping. I'll get those out to you because I know there's tons of people that are not from the States that would like to open these kind of things on their channel. I know even there was some was it Loot Box that sent Ando the Pikachu ones.
Yeah, he sent him the Detective Pikachu. He sent him, I think, 4 of the Detective Pikachu ones.
So, like, even with him, like, I mean, like, if you want him, you gotta... I know even he tries to find these types of things for his channel. They are cool to open. But, yeah, get at me. I'll help. I'm actually gonna go buy Bryce a bike, and I'll try to find some more. And I'll keep them in stock, and then I'll pass it on. At least the cool ones. I can get the Detective Pikachu ones still, too, if you guys want those. If anybody wants those, I'll pick them up and then ship them to you guys. That's what it's all about. It's like letting everybody, you know what I mean? Like it's about like letting everybody have the same opportunity by opening this type of stuff. Like at least make it available to anybody that we can. You know what I mean? It's not always about making a profit. It's about like everybody getting to enjoy everything. So
yes, sir. I'm looking for Spency because my card of the week is for him.
Oh man, Gyarados. What are you asking for? Like the packs?
He's not.
Like I know.
He's
like,
not in. He's not in Ireland.
There's a huge tax in Ireland. So
he's not in Ireland.
I know he is. I know he's not.
He's right up the road.
Do you know he actually lives like 2 hours from TCA Gaming, and he just sold a oh my god, why can't I think of it? Southern Island set to TCA Gaming because he had it. Is that crazy?
Yeah,
he was like 2 hours.
I wanted to drive up to his house and beat the crap out of him.
How far are you from Gyarados Creek?
2.5 hours, maybe.
So you're probably like 4 hours from TCA, depending on which way. But yeah, I mean, like, it's crazy. Like, he's like right there, and he's selling him stuff. I thought that was pretty cool. He told me that the other day. Trainer Leo said, "What up, Bruce?" It's so funny because like when I first got my phone, when it's trying to like understand your text messages, when I text Bryce, it always changes to Bruce. So funny.
Spency's almost back. He had to go take the puppy outside to go potty.
But yeah, guys, 29 likes. So That was our most, right?
I think so. There's 26 concurrent viewers, and I think we had 32 likes last week. I have it written down somewhere else. I don't have it in the sheet in front of me.
So,
how much would it cost to Venezuela? I don't. It depends. We can always check things out.
Oh, to ship it to Venezuela?
Yeah.
What are you talking? It all
one
depends.
Of those.
Like, yeah.
So, do you have your card of the week? I'm curious because you tend to forget and then just grab something.
No, I did. If you guys paid attention to my last video, it's the same card because I just got it in. It's my favorite Pokemon.
I gotcha. All right, Spency's here. We're gonna end this up because I've got kids that are about ready to go nuts, and I can see that yours are wanting your attention too.
This is Zevia.
All right.
I don't know if you guys watch or listen to Real Breaking Nate. They always talk about Zevia, and so I got it off of him. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try it, and like it tastes pretty good. It's like all zeros because I don't let my kids drink soda, so they get it from this. It doesn't have any caffeine. It's basically carbonated flavored water. It's really good.
So what do you got this week? I have a feeling I know what it is. Aw, look at it.
Gyarados. It's my first PSA 10 from Gym Challenge. Which is funny because my first PSA 10 from Team Rocket was Dark Gyarados. So it's kind of cool that I started off both sets, collecting the PSN from both sets were both Gyarados. Of course. This is a pretty mean looking Gyarados. It is a pretty cool looking
It's
Gyarados.
Cool.
What you got?
So I've started buying these things up because I really like them, and just because Spencer and I talk all the time, I pick this as mine because I like to kind of make these towards other people. But
lower it.
No, I can see it in mine screen.
Oh, can you? Oh, I can't see it. Is it Vaporeon?
It's Dark Vaporeon from Legendary Collection.
Oh yeah, the
fireworks. Yep.
So cool. That is awesome. You started buying up those fire. Oh,
I got a bunch of them now. So.
Are they grade worthy?
Most of them are.
Yeah. Those are you talk about expensive cards.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those are super expensive now.
So that's my card of the week. But if anybody's got any questions throughout the week that you want us to attempt to tackle, and hopefully we can do whatever we can to answer them, just let us know. Either in the Discord, DM us on Instagram or in Discord, or shoot us an email.
Yeah, so anything we've talked about today, just get a hold of us. Like the mystery box things, DM me. Packs, DM me. I'm actually going to make a post on a picture of them because I got to put them on eBay, and then I'll take a picture, put them in the Discord with the pricing. But yeah, do not buy through eBay, buy through Discord. And I still got a few more of the fossil boxes, and I think that's it. I had a jungle box, but someone put down a down payment on that jungle box. So,
but yeah, if you've got any questions or anything, I mean, even throughout the week, just hit us up. I'll probably throw it out there a couple times in our Discord this week, looking for people that have. Should you film a new intro? I like your intro.
Who?
Zay. His intro's cool.
You know what's funny? His intro, when he goes, "Hello there."
Hello.
It's so funny because as soon as I told him about the mystery boxes, like he DM'd me and it came up on the screen and says, "Hello there."
Hello there. This is Zay Pokemon.
Hey CJV, you want a Zard pack? What do you got to do? You got to get back into the Pokemon game, and you have to find the Charizard before anybody else. Yeah, I know you just joined the Discord, so you're already in the Discord. So
did Tom. Him and Tom are
so get back in the game by pre-ordering a box from us for your channel and pull it first. Because I remember back in CJV's older videos, he was pulling all kinds of heat.
He crazy.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello there.
Love it. But I'm gonna take care of these kids, cook some dinner up, all that kind of good stuff. I know yours are wanting some of your time as well. But sorry, everybody, for the technical difficulties at the beginning. I'm hopefully going to fix
It's
that.
Skype. I'm blaming Skype.
Because I couldn't get Skype open today. We'll work out a couple other kinks this week now that Adam has like a dedicated mic, and hopefully he has his new setup going next week. And I'm going to try and patch it in to make sure that everything is set up correctly. And we're going to go there, and we're going to have fun. And thanks for coming out and hanging out and making this what it is, and making us want to come back each week to do a little bit more. And get your games in for the tournament, the PTCGO tournament. Don't forget, we had two matches that were missed last week, this last round. So get them in.
But then
have some fun.
Then I'm giving I got a mystery pack coming somebody's way for that.
You do.
Ooh.
You do. Yeah, and that should be open. That should end next week. So, you got anything else? If not, well, I'm gonna sign this one out.
That's it, man.
All right.
Give him peace, Bryce. Peace.
Stay safe. If you're in Eastern North Carolina, it's gonna be windy and wet tomorrow with the tropical storm going right over the top of us. But happy pack busting, everybody. Peace out.